We are in Caballo, New Mexico for the 33rd Annual Chili Challenge Off-Road event. No, it's not a chili eating contest. Originally, the Chili Challenge started in Las Cruces, and for the last 10 years, we've held it out here in Caballo, which is really awesome because we have a lot more trails out here to run.
And it's just an event where there's a bunch of lead trails that people can sign up for and come and do everything from mild stuff in a stock Jeep all the way to the extreme stuff that only like the four-wheel steer buggies can do.
The chili comes from our area with the red and green chili. The name, of course, derived from that, but the challenge part of it, I think, is just we have some extreme four-wheeling. That's where it's at.
So what brought us out here was we attended the 2022 Great American Crawl in Las Cruces, and the hospitality, the wheeling, brought us back for the Chili Challenge, which is just another great event with great wheeling and great hospitality. It's gonna be an excellent day on the trail, sir.
Where are we going?
We are gonna run Godzilla today, which I believe is an 8 out of a 10.
Here we go. There's the damn camera again.
For the most part, the terrain we have out here is ledges, a lot of large boulders. We've got, you know, V-notches and stuff like that, but it's really, the rock is grippy, but there's a lot of edges on it. So you do have to kind of, once you find your line, you got to let the tires kind of work around and see where they're going to actually grab, while still keeping the vehicle pointed in the right direction. So, I mean, that's, for the most part, that's everything we have here.
Nicely done.
Usually we'll try and find a spot where we can crawl it rather than hammering the gas. We do that very little here.
First obstacle was like, this is gonna be a freaking blast. This is gonna be fun, technical. I couldn't wait to put tires on it.
It'll come around. It's gonna grab a little knot right there.
That was probably one of the most challenging gatekeepers I've been on, just because maybe the wheelbase of me getting in there first. When I got in there, I did have to pivot the front end around to get it on the line. But then after that, it was just right up it, and I'm assuming that thing's probably 40 feet tall, 30 feet tall.
I mean, stuff was pretty tall, absolutely.
Yeah.
From the very bottom to the very top. Yeah, it's pretty tall.
One of the most challenging obstacles for me with a manual of working it around and getting it pointed in the right direction to climb up it.
Driver now.
Harder driver, harder driver.
Driver. Hey, cruising.
Nicely done.
Get the sledgehammer back out.
I've actually done Godzilla a few times, and I decided to take the same line into it. And when you come in, there's basically a spot where you kind of go up the middle. There's a boulder at the bottom, and you have to kind of get past that first before you start going up the middle. And I guess it was a little more washed out on the backside than the last couple times I've been here.
I think it was dug out.
Yeah, it was dug out or washed out, because I took the same line I had the last couple times, but I kind of dropped in and hit my driver rear quarter a little bit.
Easy to look. There's that.
But after that, though, we just kind of walked that same line that I had been used to.
I think we made fun of you for a little bit, didn't you? We called you one-shot Trey going up that one, because even though you got the corner, you perfect line, just right up it.
And I think he nailed it right. I think you were the only one that got it up one shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Driver. Especially around here, our stuff is super technical, and there's no perfect rig. You know, that's just, there's times where shorter stuff shines. There's the longer stuff. I mean, it's obstacle dependent, right? So sometimes the long guys are gonna walk right through it, and the short guys are gonna struggle, and it's vice versa both ways, right? So learning wheelbases, and you got to adjust for kind of where they need to be dependent on wheelbase, I guess, is probably the biggest deciding factor on kind of where we're going to put them, I guess, right?
If I remember correctly, that one was kind of a little driver, a little passenger, all the way through it. Very technical to keep you right on the line there. And then there's also seemed to be rocks sticking out that were in the wrong place, that where you needed to be at. So
these dumb rocks, they're always in the wrong spot.
Yep. Optional line to the right after the, I'm gonna call it a V-notch. I'm gonna guess that thing was probably 4 to 5 foot tall. And what got me interested in it was the way it was shaped, and then straight down, and then you had a vein of rock coming out at an angle. I thought if you could work your Jeep up in there and get traction, you might be able to catch that vein and pull the Jeep up and around back driver and get up over that obstacle. I did put tires on it. 3, 4, 5 times, I don't know. Failed, but I'd go do it again right now if we could.
Yeah, I did have to reposition a couple times. So I got up in there, and I had actually done that one before, and I kind of aimed for the spot that I had done it before, but then it still didn't want to go, so I backed up a couple times and actually went further left than I had remembered, and it started to pull, and once I got kind of crested up, I went passenger, and it finally went up.
knew he was coming up and I was getting down there, and then the next thing you know, he was up.
Hey, did you forget that this was an obstacle? This wasn't just part of the trail, this was an obstacle.
When you get through the main section of Godzilla, you kind of loop around and you got a nice view of the valley. Then you drop down into a set of ditches. And once you get into the bottom, you actually have an optional on the left and an optional on the right. And the optional on the right is, I mean, it's just like a pretty vertical, sheer waterfall. Pretty much everybody went left and did pretty good. I know that XJ that was with us, he did actually kind of thunder through it, and he actually ended up making it up the middle.
Yeah, he got with it really hard. He bounced the bellies super good on that one.
I haven't done this since forever ago.
It's like riding a bike.
Something like that.
I was letting Jason drive, so he decided to try the middle first, and got real close with a little bit of power, but just didn't make it.
You all right down there?
Yeah.
Now that tire's pointing right at you.
What?
More passenger.
Yeah, no, it went pretty smooth on that one, other than running out of gas.
Get up on the right rear.
What?
You're good. You're good. Keep going. Hey, whoever tuned that thing up really needs to be fired.
I had a gas right there.
Do we need to have a...
God damn it.
Yeah, it's not gonna have to be. No gas. More passenger.
Hey, but we backed down a little bit, got some more fuel in it, and then commit quicker now that we figured out our spot. Commit to it, and it went right up.
Just gotta put some gas in it. I know what's wrong with it.
That is the one thing that doesn't work good about my Jeep is when it's
Up and
driver front in the air, like leaning over.
Yeah, rolled over to the right.
So,
yeah,
it's just
she don't like that very much.
The pickup is on the driver's side, and it does not like doing this. And then on the left side, there was just another optional where you go up, and it's a set of ledges, but they've got holes kind of on the top and on the bottom of each one. But I let Jason drive through that one too, because I'd actually been through that optional before. we moved quick, but at the same time we let everybody do optionals if they wanted to do optionals, so it wasn't like we were rushing anybody along. And everybody just had a really good time, and we got back to camp by like 3:45. Yeah. And everybody was able to just get cleaned up and get ready for all the evening events. So, I mean, it was just a great day.
Friday we had a live band. We had the club provides a meal for everybody to come out and enjoy.
So yeah, and then the potluck, everybody brought excellent side dishes. I mean, there was more food to eat over there. It was super good.
I think if you left hungry, that was your own fault.
No, that's a fact.
You know, we're out here rock crawling, so everybody gears down as low as they can go. The slower you can get through the rocks, the better. So we have a slow crawl, we call it. The rules are you put it in your lowest gear, no touching the brakes, just idle speed, and whoever takes the longest to go 100 feet wins.
Mike's going to give us a baseline, and then we're going to go from there and see who has the slowest time.
All right. Are you gonna win?
I'm going to win.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You better win. It's on camera now, so
I got a rock star hat on. I got to win.
Yeah, look at that.
That might have been a first for me, a slow crawl race. Everything in life has always been who's the fastest from A to B, and now you're trying to be the slowest from A to B. And I think I had the #1 spot for about, well,
for 4 minutes.
About 4 minutes, there we go, because I did it in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Next guy up did it in 4 minutes.
Well, so, I think you had everybody beat except for the guy behind you, right?
Yep. Whole overall trail, definitely up there in the tops of my favorite trails, that's for sure. To me, this place is awesome. This could be another mecca of four-wheel driving or off-roading right here. You can tell that the obstacles and the trails are always changing because you can see the boulders have already moved down the trail, down the hill, into holes. And what I love about it is that some spots you have a ton of traction, some spots you have no traction, some spots you slide off, some spots you need a little bump, a little horsepower. The degree of difficulty and technical is just amazing out here. So about the only thing missing would be some shade, I think.
We don't have any of that.
Right.
Rock crawling is what we have here. But our trails here are tough. And I don't think there's really that many places in the country that are similar to this terrain. It can be really challenging. I mean, we've got buggy trails here, we've got easy trails, so just a little bit of something for everybody. Yeah.